A lot of questions about opportunities to save on your electricity bill by going solar. Well, here's your chance to get your questions answered. Call Tracy today at 708-261-6290 or visit her website at www.solarsaves.pro for a no-obligation discussion about your opportunity to save on your electricity bill by going solar. You'll also learn about the 26% federal tax credit and the Illinois Solar Renewable Energy Credit that could save you as much as 1/3 of the cost to convert. Call Tracy today at 708-261-6290 and be sure to visit her website www.solarsaves.pro. That's www.solarsaves.pro or call her at 708-261-6290. Tired of running to the store to get your CBD products? You can now get them online at the CBD Fun Store, where we have a full suite of Okana line products, including oil gummies, creams, smokable hemp, and pain relief creams. Why go out when you can enjoy the convenience of having them delivered to your door? Come directly to the CBDFunstore.com to place your order. That is CBDFunstore.com. All of our products are backed by our 30-day money-back guarantee. Your satisfaction is our focus. So visit CBDFunstore.com, where we make good health fun. The CBD Fun Store is a fully licensed micro-dispensary under Wakana for Life Distribution Group. You must be 21 years or older to purchase CBD products. Please consult your healthcare professional about potential interactions or other possible complications before using any product.
Itsashort.com. The website is itsashort.com, spelled ITSASHORT.com. We are the best designation on the internet for award-winning short film, video, and web series. Artists are from all over the world. They are award-winning from various festivals, but you can find us at info@itsashort.com, customer care at itsashort.com, and we'll get back to you straight away.
The following program, The Family Meeting, is sponsored by Polaris Insurance Agency and Eric Grant, and to the extent of their guests. The views and opinions expressed therein do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of NewsWeb Radio Company or its management.
This is Miss Lady B, La Boricua. Now it's time for the Family Meeting News.
Here are real news highlights from the family meeting. Johnson & Johnson filed Thursday for an emergency use authorization of its single-dose coronavirus vaccine. The J&J shot is 66% effective broadly against moderate to severe infection, but provides strong protection against hospitalization and death, according to a global study. The single dose is appealing to public health officials who say it will be critical to vaccinating vulnerable, hard-to-reach, and even skeptical people like me. It can also be stored in regular refrigerators, unlike Pfizer and Moderna that require ultra-cold freezers. A U.S. judge approved a Texas woman's request to go on vacation in Mexico, despite her admission that she took part in last month's insurrection at the U.S. Capitol.
What?
The request was granted. Yes. The request was granted 2 days after a grand jury indicted Jenny Cudd on 5 federal counts, including 1 felony. She told the court that she wanted to travel because she had already paid for the weekend retreat. And finally, Leon Spinks, who surprised the boxing world by beating Muhammad Ali for the world heavyweight title, died Friday night at age 67. Spinks, who had been suffering from prostate and other cancers for 5 years, died at home with his wife by his side. The St. Louis native and former Marine who won a gold medal as a light heavyweight in the 1976 Olympics was just 13 months and 8 fights into his pro boxing career when he stepped into a ring to fight Ali on February 15, 1978. For more info about any upcoming events, please visit our webpage, tfnradioshow.com. You can also find us all over social media. Be sure to go and like our Facebook page, The Family Meeting. Follow us on Twitter at TFM Radio Show, on Instagram, The Family Meeting, and you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Family Meeting Radio Show, where you can see us live during this broadcast right now. Are you looking to advertise your business, an event you may have coming up? Well, then become a cousin today. Send an email to info@tfmradioshow.com. I'm Teresa McDonald, and the Family Meeting Radio Show is on right now with your host, Eric Grant.
Hey, Family Meeting cousins. We all know that 2020 has been quite a year. COVID-19, the economy, financial markets, and the election have impacted our sponsors and advertisers across the board. We thought rather than being solely dependent on sponsors and advertisers to maintain our show, we create a Patreon Family Meeting subscription and membership page. The Family Meeting knows you appreciate what we offer weekly, from our Stop By and Pull a Seat dialogue, to our Red Hot Music playlist, to our great guests, politicians, authors, small business minds, and the like. It is with that knowledge that we ask you to support the Family Meeting and become a cousin and a monthly subscriber to our show using our Patreon page. You can contribute as little as $5 per month to keep the Family Meeting a viable voice here on WCPT, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. Your monthly support will also help us expand our reach to touch more people across the progressive conversation. To become a Patreon subscriber, go to our website, thefamilymeeting.com, and click on the link. Simple and sweet. Thanks, cousins. We look forward to keeping this party going.
Alliance BPO is a Black-owned registered agent providing credit card processing and point-of-sale equipment. Our representatives deliver customized solutions so that your customers can shop with you online. Visit us at Alliance BPO. That's ALLYANCE
Are you looking for the
BPO.com.
best residential and commercial laundry service in the Chicagoland area? Then you want PleaseDoMyLaundry.com. That's PleaseDoMyLaundry.com.
Hi, I'm Elvin Grant, Eric Grant's son. I listen to the Family Meeting.
Hey, this is Oliver Gibson, and I listen to the Family Meeting.
Welcome to the worldwide headquarters
Headquarters.
of the Family Meeting. What's up, y'all? It's your boy E. Hey, man. So listen.
What? Hey, can you turn my? You smacking the gum?
Yeah, it's Super Bowl Sunday, man. So.
Can you turn my port down on my?
No, I can't.
You can't?
Is that better? No.
Nah. Not really. That's all
okay.
right.
Don't you have a knob over there?
Yeah, but it's all messed up. It's all.
Oh, it's raggedy. It's raggedy. Should I change that? Welcome to the ragged ass rust bucket that is the worldwide headquarters.
Bucket.
Man, please. What are you talking about, man?
Hey, we're here.
I know. So listen, you know how this works, y'all. Visit our social media, tfmradioshow.com is our website. Do that stuff. The broadcast is going on there. The archive music and the music playlist is all there. It's all there. Go there and check that out. Listen, turn the sound down on the television because ain't nothing going on interesting right now. The game starts at 5:30. So whoever got the volume, tell them to turn that down and tune up to the Family Meeting, y'all.
That's right.
Right, because we're doing this thing today.
That's right. The game will be, on, and it's going to do what it's going to do. It'll be the first half hour will be, everybody just running their mouths back and forth.
I know.
Yeah.
And by the way, Tressa's on the phone too. By the way,
Tressa. Hey, T. I am. I'm on the phone.
Nice. You sound like you're in Mississippi or something.
Yeah, I am in Mississippi.
Yeah, you get that sound. It's a sound. It's a certain sound in Mississippi.
Wait,
echo.
What does the sound sound like?
You know what I'm talking about. Bang, 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 kind of like that,
Like you're way out there somewhere.
Mississippi sounding.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they have different phone lines down here. So
yeah, it's different. It's different. Yeah.
Where the party line? Where the party line?
So welcome to the broadcast of the football game show. We're not, for some reason, allowed to say the name of the game.
Yeah,
it's the championship football game today. I guess
why we can't say the name?
Wait, I don't know. It's just something about trademarking that I guess we got to pay somebody if we say it,
which inevitably benefits them. Isn't that crazy? It sounds like kind of being in America. We got to pay them to say their name, and they benefit from it either way.
Yeah.
Kind of sounds like America.
That's right, Terrence.
Yeah.
Terrence said, "Don't insult Mississippi."
Was that insulting for me to say it sound different? I didn't say it sound bad.
Just different.
Maybe he got a complex about Mississippi. Maybe it's something about him. Watch this. You know how the Republicans now, I had a bunch of them, I watched them say that Joe Biden's inauguration speech was negative because he was talking about some of the negative stuff that went on with racists and bigots.
Yeah.
And they found it to be negative.
Wow.
The only way you can find it to be negative is they're talking about you.
They're talking about you. If you heard by it. If Joe sliced him with that switchblade across the backside,
man,
that's
see?
you.
Yeah.
Right.
I had some interesting response to the end of the broadcast last week.
Uh-oh.
No, that was good. It was actually kind of good and bad. You get the usual, hey, Nacho, you all that stuff. But the other stuff was like interesting. The 3 tips for celebrating Black History Month.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
I hope we get a chance to talk about what we did, because I followed through and made sure that that's something that I plan to do pretty much every single day for Black History Month. And I can tell you guys about all of the businesses that I visited.
I've gone to 2 right in our neighborhood.
In Mississippi?
You know what? There is this thing called the internet. It is a great invention to reach people. So, no, I didn't do everything in Mississippi, but yes, I've been doing it.
Yeah. Well, and I made it clear to a person that I talked to say, listen, slavery is a thing that happened to people, i.e. being enslaved. Do not refer to us as descendants of slaves, but enslaved people.
How did that go?
He looked at me kind of like, and it was a guy, and I'm not out a lot right now because of 1, the weather, and 2, my knee. But it was an occurrence as I was going to physical therapy, and I was like, yeah, you need to kind of revisit what you're calling. And the dude calls himself fairly enlightened, and I gave him some room, but that came to mind immediately because of what Eric put down as a dictum last week. And I spent money with 2 businesses, which I normally do, but I thought about it this week, like, okay, this week is part of the effort that we discussed last Sunday. Haven't hired anyone black, but I work with 2 black professionals that I would run through fire with. So I'm gonna keep that the way. I will tell you this. I want to ask you guys about. It's a bank that's been advertising on social media a lot.
My Greenwood or
no?
That's a Greenwood
One United or something.
Yeah, One United too. Yeah.
Okay, so
by a husband and wife.
Okay, because I'm thinking about opening an account there just as a way of having.
Ooh, One United. Let me write that down.
Any thoughts on that, E?
I don't know much about it. One United, I know more about them.
Okay.
I'm sorry, not One United, but Greenwood Bank.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know much about it. And black banks are a dying breed.
Yeah.
Officially, at one point there were a handful of black insurance companies in the country. There's one technically left, and it's getting ready to die. North Carolina Mutual.
Yeah.
It's getting ready to take its death now. So there's no more black insurance companies, which is one of the 3 things.
Why can't we band together like the GameStop people did to save North Carolina Mutual?
Yeah, they got a whole bunch of stuff that ain't right. You don't want none of that. I mean, they messed that place up.
Oh my goodness! Yeah. Some nacho stuff.
Yeah, it's bad, man. What they did, it's the hole that they dug for themselves. Because we were going at it. It's too big for. You spend your life savings trying to dig out of the hole before you can even start making money.
Yeah, and and that becomes less about it being a black in business and then making a good business decision.
Yeah, it was really poor decision making. Really poor decision making. It's about $150 million in the hole.
Yeah, so
that you got to climb out of before you can even think about starting to make money.
And so if you from an investment standpoint, you could find 10 businesses if you were going to fund something that would have a better chance of Yeah,
you'd be better off starting bank fresh,
right?
Because the reserve requirements and the regulations would kill you. But so the 3 things as a reminder are don't let people refer to ancestors of Rich, Tressa, and I, and any black person as slaves. The people that were our ancestors were never, ever, ever slaves. They were enslaved. It's a huge difference.
Yeah.
right? Because to call us slaves means that we relented to that we became that person, and it takes the onus off of the people who enslaved.
Right.
Your ancestors said there was a crime committed against humanity that you have to acknowledge. And so to refer to them as slaves, as much as it may sound semantical, makes a difference.
Big time.
Yeah, these are enslaved people. The other thing was is to do your best to spend as much of your dollar this month, I hope every month, but this month especially, in a black business.
In other
Everything.
words, go, as Eric would put it, go out of your way.
Yes.
If you can't find one, go out of your way to find one, or to Tressa's point, just go online, and there's you can do the same thing there.
Just for a month. Try it. Try it.
Ain't gonna hurt you.
Yeah, groceries, everything. If you're going to buy a car and you go to a car dealership, this is the third thing. Ask for a black salesperson. Ask them if they've got black employees in the places that you shop. And if they don't have them there, leave.
Yep.
Leave. No, I'm not spending money where they don't hire black people.
As the old song, it's time
And then
to
leave
go
them wondering
now.
why you left.
Yeah.
Yeah, do that. You know, I called a dealership in Orland Park, Illinois.
Okay.
This was a couple of years ago.
Okay.
Several years ago. And I do that automatically. I ask, do you have any black salespeople there so I can talk to him or her?
Mm-hmm.
And this lady who answered the phone said, well, we don't have any. Get this. You ready for this, Tressa?
Oh, sit down, T.
We don't have any coloreds here.
Oh, no, she didn't, Eric. Wait a minute. Was that since the year 2000?
Since the year 2000, yeah. We don't have any
since the
coloreds
millennium.
here.
Really?
Yeah. Clearly, she hadn't been asked that question much, and she wasn't prepared to respond. And the first thing that she could conjure up to describe what they didn't have was coloreds.
Other than just saying no.
No, it's unfortunate we don't.
Can you share the name or no?
I'd rather not at this point.
Okay.
The fact that this is one more occasion where people go, oh, we're in a post-racial community now that we elected a black president.
She said colors.
Yeah.
Clearly, she was a young woman too. It wasn't no old lady who she carried it over from the '60s when she used to call us colored. This was a young lady, young woman.
Yeah, yeah.
See, here's the thing. Here's the thing, and this is why I think that these three things. There's a lot of things you can do that are symbolic during Black History Month. Like in my community, the South Suburbs, the village decided to put up red, black, and green flags. You can keep your stinking ass flags.
Yeah.
Right? How many black businesses have you hired, the village hired as vendors?
Wait a minute. And did you buy that flag from a black vendor, or did you buy from Chinese? Right. So yeah, that's a token.
And that's easy.
And it's easy to do. And it doesn't cost them anything. And there's nobody that benefits monetary. Because see, listen, that's what I hope people can understand the subtext of what Eric said last week and what we're talking about now. This is about for all the people who are running around saying, well, we can't do reparations, that would kill the economy, and what would people do with the money, and blah blah blah.
They're saying it's hard. That's what they're saying.
Yeah. So if you've convinced yourself that you don't want to do that or sign off on that or whatever word you want to use, okay, then just do the three things that Eric spoke of last week.
Right.
No, Richard, it's not okay.
I know it's not okay, Tressa. I did that.
To make excuses like that.
I know.
We can find trillions of dollars to fight wars.
To fight wars in our own country.
In our own country, yeah, as we've seen as of late. But when it comes time to helping the people that most need it, it's a handout. No, I can't do that because now we got people that don't want to go back to work. For real, they've made a thing now in Congress that fines a Congress member $5,000 for going around the security measures. Mm-hmm. The first offense is $5,000. The second offense is $10,000.
And they should say it's going to go to the United Negro College Fund.
You know what? Thank you. And we've already had people who just haphazardly just said, forget it. You want your 5 Gs? Take it. I know people right now to this day, 5 Gs to them could make all the difference in the world. But these people skirt and spit in the face of everyday Americans with their egos and the nonsense and the shenanigans that go on in Washington. It ticks me off.
Well, the word
we got a really black show brewing here, don't we?
Here's where reparations, people who want to call themselves learned and educated and all the rest, the word reparations has a base word, which is what?
Repair.
And so America always talks about, being the big brother, sister, taking care of things, the good Christian, country. But one of the tenets for those who know a little bit about the Bible, the Quran and Torah, is to repair that which has been damaged. It's in the scripture, y'all.
Yeah. Well, and that's the benevolent reason. There's a whole lot of economic advantages to doing it as well.
That's not even benevolent, Eric.
I mean, if you're going to conjure up church and, it becomes, it's the right thing to do stuff. And it is the right thing to do, but it's also some huge economic benefits.
Sure it is.
But, so maybe we can talk more about that. But I want to let people in, the black people know this, but white folks might not understand the way black folks look at sports.
Oh boy.
You mean us colored?
Here we go.
Hey, colors, us colored folks.
You coloreds that don't work here?
Yeah, especially, so I'm going to start with boxing matches.
Okay.
Lord. You want to hear about this, man.
You want to just light the place on fire,
yeah,
don't you?
You want to hear about this, man. You do. The number is 773-763-9278. Stay tuned for more of The Family Meeting.
Short.com. Keep listening to the Family Meeting.
And essential part of any financial plan is savings. Most of whatever cash you have will be there because you put it there, not necessarily because of some fancy investment. Now with Save and Plan, Polaris has introduced a way for you to get empowering financial advice. Save and Plan is simple. Just sign up to save on a systematic monthly basis directly from your account and gain access to a planner and our planning services. Once you sign up to save, Polaris will help you develop a customized financial plan and give you a real person to speak with. Your dedicated planner is just an email or phone call away. Save and Plan offers empowering advice for everyone. Visit us at polarisadvice.com and call us today at 312-951-2606 or email us at polarisadvice.com. That's 312-951-2606 or email us at polarisadvice.com. Save and Plan, empowering advice for everyone.
Securities offered through Lion Street Financial LLC, member FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisor services offered through Lion Street Advisors LLC, registered investment advisors. Polaris Wealth Management and Lion Street Financial are not affiliated.
Hey, I'm Brittany Perry with CyberScout. Did you know that there were over 14 million identity theft victims in 2019 alone? The pandemic has increased cyber risks, including unemployment fraud, ransomware, and phishing. More than 80% of people feel they have little or no control over personal data collected by businesses or government. CyberScout Identity Management Services help employees keep control of their identities after a data breach or theft and restore their good name. For more information, visit www.cyberscout.com or contact Brittany Perry at 312-515-8003. That's www.cyberscout.com or contact Brittany Perry at 312-515-8003.
Of Darnell Lyles is ready to help you. Whether it's personal injury, criminal, DUI, and OWI, nursing home, product liability, it doesn't matter. Call 219-939-9LAW. That's 219-939-9529. That's right. When you're driving and get into a wreck. You better call Darnell. Had a few drinks too many? A cop hits you with a DUI or OWI? I think you better call Darnell. Arrested and facing criminal charges, misdemeanor or felony? I think you better call Darnell. Purchase a product that causes you or a loved one harm? I think you better call Darnell. When your loved one is neglected and abused in a nursing home? I think you better call Darnell. That's right, you you better call Attorney Darnell Lyles and get represented right. And the first consultation is free. Yes, free. So call right now. 219-939-9LAW. That's 219-939-9529. Attorney Darnell Lyles. Darnell Lyles.
Back to heaven. Back to the Big Daddy.
Big Daddy.
He be getting down for real.
Soul on soul. Y'all ready? Tell me who be that? F Biggie. Girls say he cutie, absolutely jiggy. I be that big fella in the summer sporting linen. Bacardi and lemon, party with the women. Big Dada, Papi Grande, 600 pusher. Where your hand? My belly stay jiggling, keeping your backside wiggling. Who biggerin'? This than me? Nobody. F Gotti, time to rock a party. I be sending chills to your body. Y'all ain't seen nothing quite like me. I be getting down on the MIC. Only dime piece you gon' catch me with. Big belly, can you handle it? F Diggy, Niggy, be jiggy. Baby, you ready for Big Daddy?
This is Lisa Lenore, writer, editor, and educator. Welcome back to the family meeting.
Man, that's my man here rocking that thing, baby.
Yeah, I was putting it. I like that big belly. Can you handle it?
One diggy.
Yes.
The D-diggy, boy.
Yeah, man.
You know, that is the remix version of our show's theme song.
Yeah, I know.
Big Daddy.
I know. How else would we not? How else would we know unless you dropped it on us? I mean, come on, man. We gonna walk down the street and go, Tressa. We just walking down the street, pull to the mall and go, let's see if we can find some real heavy D stuff.
I'm just saying, man.
We're gonna go get that, Tressa, other than from Eric, right?
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying.
It's like we go to the candy store 10 blocks away when Eric's got it right here in the neighborhood.
Okay, thank you for that.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I'm not. Y'all know me. I'm not really interested in running no school for white folks. But you know, I'm pleased to offer insight.
We can pass out certificates. I mean, you know, we don't have to give full degrees, but we get a bunch
you
of
can run that university. But you know, I don't mind offering some insight for curious minds. I don't mind that.
True.
Right?
Yeah,
but I ain't finna run no school.
I'm more of a mindset like Dave Chappelle, and I can't say the word on air, but come on, get these lessons.
I'm in teaching on the go mode, Tressa. I'm in the teaching on the go mode. I'm not going to invest any money into a formal brick and mortar, but I am definitely subscribed to. You know, people saying you see something, or you hear something, say something, or whatever the phrase is. Well, when somebody now, and I don't really care who it is, family, friend, business associate, I don't care. When they say something that is not where it's supposed to be, I'm calling people out, and I don't care what the venue is.
Yeah, like we wasn't slaves.
Yeah.
So.
And I was just going to say that we have to gather renewed strength on that because it's exhausting. It really is.
Yeah.
And it gets to be old. It gets to be tired. And I, for one, I'm at a point where if I'm really asking myself, do I want to even engage that way anymore? Because it's just so very old and so very tiring.
Well, you behind me then, because I stopped. But I can tell you this though. Here's a little insight, and y'all tell me if y'all don't feel the same way. You say you turn television and a boxing match pops up, and it looks intriguing to you.
Okay.
Right? And it's a black dude and a white dude fighting. Who you rooting for?
Wait, you're asking me this now? Or wait, let's go back 40.
No, I'm talking about right now.
Okay, but let's go back till when I was 12.
Then too.
So nothing's changed,
right?
So Tressa, when I was 10, if that question had been asked of me, same response as you get at 59.
But don't you get that guttural feeling?
Sure you do.
Like, man, I hope he whoops his.
That's why they
I
had
hope he whoops his.
That's why they had to go out and get a dude that was 6'8",
beat him down,
320 some odd
stomp on him when you get him down, stomp on his ass.
To even compete with Jack Johnson. And Jack had been out the ring for 5 years. They had to go get a lumberjack damn near. And
I mean, but that's the reality, right? That is our guttural feeling. Unless and until you run into some guy like this dude, Adrian Bronner. You know this guy?
Yeah.
Look up videos of this clown.
Yeah.
Hey, this is a brother.
Yeah.
I like to see him get beat down. But outside of that, if it's somebody I don't know and the fight looks interesting,
yeah,
Whoop his ass. You whoop his, tear his tail, stomp on him.
And the judge, too, for getting in the way.
Yeah.
For slowing down this beat down. Right, Tressa?
And so I believe that comes from the beat down that makes you, as you described, Tressa, tired.
Yeah.
And when you see a brother get an opportunity to beat down a white man, you're like, beat his ass. Beat his ass.
And that's why. Let's marry this up with law enforcement for a second. Because Tressa, just try this on.
Unless you wait.
You go.
Unless your name is Nate Robinson.
Oh, yeah, he got deboed.
But if we really wanted to expand this into
don't expand it because I want to stick with sports.
Okay, so all right, we'll keep with sports
because as I'm going to probably watch the football championship game today.
I've been asked who do I want to win.
Yeah,
I'm like,
so
I don't
look, man. So here's how it works, man. This is what makes it complicated. If it's a boxing match, black dude, white dude, kick his beat him down, punk. But if it's in the case of Kansas City versus Tampa Bay, here's the dilemma.
Okay.
And I'm talking about this guttural feeling, not some analytical, intellectual thought about who you prefer to win. Not what's your favorite team part. Not that part.
Right.
Just that guttural, when you just turn the game on, you rooting for. So in the case of Kansas City, they got a black quarterback who's killing it.
Yeah.
Love to watch him play.
Yep.
I love to watch him play. Tyreek Hill, he is a speed demon.
You can't catch him with a bullet.
No, I like to see him, that boy run.
Yeah.
They run an offense that's fun to watch. They've got Eric Bieniemy as the offensive coordinator, who was a pretty good player in his own right.
Yep.
So he's a black offensive coordinator who should have gotten a full head coaching job. But then you look at Tampa. And they got Tom Brady. I'll be damned. Wait. I'll be damned. Tom Brady, I'm tired of that boy and his winning. I'm tired of that. But watch this, though. Tampa Bay, almost all of their coordinators are black.
I know.
And they were purposeful about hiring brothers to be coordinators.
Sure. Yeah, no, that is the dilemma. And I wouldn't have...
But for them to win, Tom Brady got to win.
Well, and I wouldn't have an issue with Brady. I kind of did for a while, and then I kind of moved the needle until he had that damn MAGA hat in his locker. And has had his relationship with Kraft and that relationship with 45. So I was like, okay, he's good. But when he did that on public display, I was like, you know what, dude? At the same time, keeping this in sports, we have folks of the media who are telling black athletes to just shut up and dribble, and that the black athletes can't have an opinion and be involved in talking about all the issues that are going on. But yet Brady can make a political statement by having old boy's hat in his locker. So I'm with E on the bigger picture of yes. But when it comes down to it, I'm sorry. I want the black quarterback to get another ring. There.
Yeah, I love the Tampa organization.
I have for a long time.
For going out there like they did. And they were very purposeful. They did it on purpose.
Yep, they did. They did. And so to that extent, maybe the conversation is less about Brady and Mahomes, and really it's about where the NFL has been lacking, that we would have in this conversation in the first place.
So here we go, though. This is where, okay, so that's racist. You're rooting for the black guy to beat the white guy. And that's all that. All the little fragility things that y'all say. Oh, that harms me. It harms my sensibilities when you do that.
Oh.
I mean,
Trust no damn pearls.
Who are these people that Eric's talking to, as he always asks me?
No,
I'm just playing.
Was Tampa Bay purposeful? Was Tampa Bay purposeful for the aesthetics of it? Or did they hire the best person for the job?
From what I can tell, they hired the best black person for the job.
Well, and Brady did. Let's be honest. Brady didn't just single-handedly get them to where they are. Let's be honest.
Well, but from where they came to where they are now, he's the only change, really.
But that infrastructure was there once.
Wait. Tom is the truth now. Don't sleep on him.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to.
He carried a team.
He was no doubt. He carried the Patriots when they were struggling.
MAGA head.
But that doesn't change the fact that Tampa still did the infrastructure things before he got there.
I mean, where were they last year? I don't even know where they were last year. Did they even make the playoffs last year?
I have no idea.
And now they're going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I don't think they did.
They didn't? They didn't. They didn't make the playoffs last year.
So no, I mean Brady's got his earnings. There's no doubt about that. Because nobody threw the ball.
Dude, it's the truth, man.
He is.
He's not overly strong. He definitely ain't fast.
No,
he ain't got no big arm.
Not particularly agile. He's
none of that. But he wins.
If I give Brady credit on one area that I think that sometimes is overlooked, Brady is not to sound like we're in therapy, but he is pretty self-aware of his skill set. He knows what he's.
What the hell does that mean?
No, but seriously, what we just said. He knows what he's not capable of doing. So as a result, he maximizes the hell out of what he's good at.
See, this Tressa, he rolling on his Dr. Phil thing now. He's psychoanalyzing, my man.
And I got to give him his props on that. I
I have to agree with you on that one, Rick.
He does stay in his lane when it comes to that, and that I do admire about him as a professional.
Whatever he does, he wins. That's for sure.
But I think that's probably at the core of it, because he's taking that same.
So the core of me roots for the black quarterback. That's what I'm feeling. I like Mahomes.
Yeah,
I'm tired of Tom.
You called it last year.
I'd like to see the brothers who are coaches in Tampa do well.
Right.
They've done well to this point. They have, in large part, earned head coaching jobs at some point in the next couple of years, based on the work they've done.
But let's talk about this.
But they're going to get that taken from them because they're going to attribute their success to Tom Brady.
And that's why I go back to what I said before unapologetically. The optics are going to be Brady is Superman, and that the infrastructure that was put there is not going to get audible.
He is football Superman.
But he's not. But the infrastructure is not going to get audible credit. You watch it.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I'm torn about that too, because Tom Brady's the truth. I give him credit for his ability to win games.
There's no doubt about that.
And you can't do nothing with him. It's like my father used to say this all the time. Listen, you need to be the dude. If they give you the ball, everybody in the gym know they got a problem.
Yeah.
And you know if Tom Brady got the ball,
you got a problem.
You got a problem.
At pretty much any point in the game. There's no doubt about that. There's only been a handful of people that in that arena, no pun intended, have been able, and it wasn't that they stopped him necessarily, it's just that they were able to overpower other parts of the offense.
Right.
And that's just the way it is. So yeah, I mean, I'm smart enough and self-aware enough to know that Brady is the truth. Mm-hmm. But I want to see a young black quarterback get another ring back to back. And I just do. I have, and if someone were to say to me, "Well, Richard, that's being racist,"
that Mahomes would do it too. Yeah, that would be
yeah. So, and if someone wants to have the conversation with me, "Well, Richard, you're being racist. You're being this. You're being that," I'm gonna not defend it. I'm just gonna say that's my choice. It's just what it is. And if someone wants to get into
see, that's the equal and opposite question, though, because I wonder. I've never been white. I've never been white. Right. I don't think I have. I should ask my mother. But here's the deal. I don't know if a white person looks at a boxing match with a black and a white guy fighting and they root for the white guy. I don't know.
I don't know. But I
don't even know if they would say it.
But let's put this in this space of selecting or choosing the black person. Y'all remember when Colin Powell?
Wait.
What?
Eric, you a hot mess.
Yeah, I don't know. Ask my mother to find out.
I don't know. I tell you what. Why don't we ask? Who we got holding on the phone? Let's ask some white people who they vote for, or who they root for.
Who they rooting for?
Let's just put the question out there.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's the thing, though. I've been looking at that question's been asked for the last 10 days or so of people being interviewed in various situations, and I haven't been keeping an official poll, but you can look at somebody and know who's rooting for Tom Brady.
Oh, sure. Without a doubt. And you can watch it. You can just watch the, not even the interviewees, but the interviewers and how they, they're slanting their conversation. And that part is where I'm kind of go, look, y'all, yeah, he's the truth. But so let's come back to something, staying in this same realm. Colin Powell got whatever by a whole bunch of people on the right and in the media when he endorsed President Obama in 2008, and during the 2008 primary or general election, rather than McCain. And they said the only reason that you're doing that is because he's black. Colin Powell said that's part of the reason. And he said, to your question, I'm trying to match this up to what you asked, Eric. He said, because how many times have there been another choice other than a white male to vote for president? He said, so I have no I'm paraphrasing, no compunction about selecting him. He's the most qualified person. I know John McCain, but Barack Obama is the most qualified. And yes, he is black, so I apologize not. That to me is where this rests. Same thing.
Yeah.
Brady's the truth. But
yeah, you're right. And you know, so to that end, Tampa has done the hard work. They have made a purposeful choice to do something to change the texture of the NFL coaching ranks.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's kind of the full circle discussion here about Black History Month and your contribution to Black History Month is, what is your contribution to changing the circumstances of people who were of the descendants of people who were formerly enslaved?
Yeah.
What's your contribution to that? And I'm offering to you in my 3 suggestions, and then we could conjure up more if you'd like, that these are contributions. And that's the thing. There are a lot of people, really well-minded people that we all, each of us, know and like, who really want things to change, who would love to make a contribution, but not at their expense.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
That's the difference. Are you willing to have it tax you some to change the circumstances?
Yeah.
That's when it changes.
Well, let me throw this out too.
But it doesn't, I would assert that it doesn't have to be taxing.
It doesn't. But some of the things require you to be taxed some, and you got to be willing to. That's the piece that differentiates you from putting up flags. Or posting Happy Black History Month and thinking you did something.
Right, do something that's truly tangible, that you can say, yeah, I did X during this period of time. It's what I believe in as a good member of the American society.
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
rather than be a member of the Utah school board and say, oh, we're going to let parents opt out of their children having to learn about Black history.
Yeah, yeah. All right, Joe. The number is 773-763-9278. Stay tuned for more of this, The Family Meeting.
If it wasn't for the things that people say, child, you would be making love to me. All right.
Hi, this is Dave Sandberg, chef owner of Polo Cafe. It's polocafe.com. Keep listening to The Family Meeting every Sunday.
They say that I'm mean and I'm evil. Oh, girl.
A 2016 study estimates that 13.1 million Americans were victims of identity theft that year. Fight back against identity theft by signing up for Identity Guard. Identity Guard monitors your credit and identity information with alerts that can help you respond quickly if certain changes indicating fraudulent activity are detected, as well as help protect your computer from viruses, keylogging, and other serious threats. Plus, with Identity Guard's dynamic credit management resources and tools, you will have helpful information as you make better financial and credit decisions. Identity Guard includes $1 million identity theft insurance and lost wallet protection, and more if you ever do become a victim. Protect your ID by visiting lookaftermyid.com. That's lookaftermyid.com to securely sign up for Identity Guard today.
For the school year, getting started early means a better chance of getting ahead. Masters Plus Tutoring in Homewood is the program that works. No matter what your child needs to prepare for the coming academic year, better study habits, organizational skills, or time management, Masters Plus can help. In fact, they tutor students in all subjects from kindergarten through college. Perhaps ACT, SAT, or Catholic high school prep are in order. Just visit mptutors.com and request a consultation. All sessions are taught by certified instructors in a private one-to-one setting to ensure each student receives individualized instruction. Whether your child is at a basic level or reaching for advanced placement, Masters Plus Tutoring can help. Call 708-798-8400 or visit them on the web at mptutors.com. Mention WCPT and you'll receive a $25 tuition credit with a purchase of 4 hours or more. That's
The name of my business is Mrs. Indecent Exposure. We are an intimate aromatherapy, massage, bath, and body shop. We have the best aromatherapy, bath, and skincare products available. You can find us in Chicago and on the World Wide Web. We're located at 6916 West North Avenue in Chicago, 3 blocks east of Harlem Avenue. 773-417-3223. Mrs. Indecent Exposure, MRSNDEXPO.com.
Y'all ready for this?
Comes the 2 to the 3 and 4. Then I drop the beat I have in store. Lay the lyrics on the top like a rug. Make it sound smooth and later make a dub. Enunciate well so that you can tell I am not illiterate, no, not even a little bit.
This is Jackie Britt, manager of Fresh Start Daycare Center. My website is Fresh Start Daycare at Live. Welcome back to the family meeting.
Yeah, y'all, the number is 773-763-9278. 773-763-9278. Okay, 2 other points, and then I'm really interested in hearing from our callers. One is your girl. What's that girl from Georgia that they just took off all the committees? Marjorie something or other?
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Yeah, whatever her name is. Yeah, that helpful. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, look, man, I think Tressa hates this that I do this.
What?
I like hearing from stupid people.
Oh, you want because you want.
I
it
like
to be,
hearing from imbeciles
because, as Eric has said so many times, we want people to know that they exist.
Yeah, in fact, I don't want you to be whispering. I don't want imbeciles whispering to me. I want you to give them a microphone.
Give them 20 mics.
Right.
Yeah.
Let them talk to death, and the people who support those imbeciles, make them answer for your boy or your girl.
And all the people who say we're better than this and this is not who we are and all these other phrases, whatever. You can go, well, then who is this?
Yeah.
Because
so if she'd have sat herself up in these committee meetings saying the same stupidity that she says on a regular basis, I mean, what else can you do but say, hey, man, you with your girl?
Yeah.
What do you believe that too? Make them answer for her.
Absolutely. And make them answer publicly.
So, and here's the bigger message. Strategically, if she's on the committee, she can't make a difference. She gets outvoted on everything.
Yep.
Let her stay there and say stupid things and make them answer for her.
She just makes a bunch of noise.
Now you just gave her a whole bunch of free time to say stupid things that she's not on the record for in official legislative business.
Yeah, that's true. And I mean, either way, what happens is giving her the mic, whether it be or giving her attention, just shows how utterly unqualified she is to be in that role.
Yeah.
And that just take away her stupidity, if you want to call it that, and her qualification factor. She's not qualified to be there.
Put it on full display.
Absolutely.
Put it on full display.
I want to be known how out there she is.
I understand the right thing to do is to take someone like that out of an opportunity to participate.
Right.
But, I mean, tactically, I don't know if I would have suggested doing that.
Well, I think from a tactically / politically, they had to do that because I think one of the requests from voters this time is that we got to stop playing tiddlywinks with these people who are saying stupid stuff. And
yeah,
so,
but see,
not on their side, Rich. Not on their side. The Republicans aren't saying that.
No. I'm saying that's what the voters who voted for Biden and a Biden administration, a Senate, and a House.
They don't care about that. The Republicans don't care about that.
No, I know they don't.
That's why they appointed her. This woman said that those babies that died in Connecticut was a false flag, and the Republican leadership turns around and puts her on an education committee.
They're the ones that are at fault. Kevin McCarthy is the one that should be taken down.
Purposeful.
Yeah.
But that's right. So that was purposeful. And they did that, if you ask me, and this is one time when I have to agree with Eric, this is one time when they did that as a ruse to the Democrats, because they knew it was going to create the next narrative that people will go on and on talking about.
And take away from the other concrete items. Yeah.
Exactly.
I agree with both of y'all on that.
They should have just let her do what she had to do, put her on that committee, let her come out there looking dumb and stupid, and make them have to say, well, damn, what did we do?
No, but see, there's the thing. I don't think they would have done that. I don't think they would have said, damn, what did we do?
Well, look, what they passed it to the Dems knowing the Dems would take her off. And now they can have the conversation about Democrats taking away the voice of her voters.
Yeah.
That's all they're going to be talking about the whole time.
Well, that
played right into it.
And the Dems fell for it. The Dems fell for it. Exactly, Eric.
Yeah, but
they
see, but wait a minute, guys. Wait a minute. We're covering this ground in a way that we haven't really done before. Yeah, you could say they fell for it, but we got to keep in mind the Dems don't answer to the Republican voters. They answer to the voters that voted for them. So that is.
Yeah, but she's not part of our caucus.
No, Tressa. I know she's not part of our caucus. I'm obviously aware of that. I'm saying that Democratic voters wanted to have her removed as much as the Democratic leaders ended up going down that road. I'm with you guys. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying that that's part of what the optics were in how this came about.
I don't think as a quote unquote leader. I think there's something to be said about acting on behalf of or in the best interest of or based on the collective voice of your voters. I believe that. But I also believe that as a leader, sometimes you have to lead your voters a certain way.
Okay.
And, to come out with a forceful statement by simply saying in maybe not so many words, she's an idiot, and here, we're going to put her on display.
Okay.
But you need to understand that they don't have enough votes to do what she thinks that they can do.
That would have been a great play.
Right. And then now you can run on the fact that they sent an idiot to this committee.
Yeah.
Whereas now they can run on
they tried to silence
disenfranchised voters in that community.
Yeah. Well, that's true. And then the Republican Party did the same thing in her state when it came to election.
So the Dems did the right thing. They did the right thing, but it wasn't the right technical thing.
Yeah. Okay.
In my estimation, I'm not proclaiming that.
No. T, I hear what you're saying now. I got you.
So the other thing is that they had this reconciliation vote, and they were in this marathon thing the other day. And so what ended up happening is the Republicans kept offering up amendments, right? And Republicans historically, tactically have done that. The legislation comes ahead, they offer up a bunch of amendments, and then they tell the Dems that if you add this amendment, then I'll support the bill.
Mm-hmm.
They do that over and over and over, and then ultimately they never support the bill.
Yeah.
Regardless if you added their amendment or not, which puts them in a position of having it both ways.
Mm-hmm.
That is, when the legislation passes and the Democrats have added your amendment, then the Republicans get to say that I got my amendment passed on this bill while voting against it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Y'all follow me?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Totally follow you. And that's that. Yeah. Tressa, did you see?
It doesn't work the other way, by the way.
No, that's the Dems don't play the game that way. And
the Dems don't play the game that way. You're right.
And that's
Did I see what, Richard?
The dragging that Representative Jeffries gave the representative newly elected from Utah this week.
Oh, he tore that brother up, man.
Did you see that, T?
Oh, ashy hand ass brother. That brother, man. You know he ain't got no lotion in the house. You know he ain't got lotion.
When Representative Jeffries said to the person that interrupted him, he said, "You don't want any of this." You've got to T. If you haven't seen it, you got to watch it. It's 2 minutes.
Watch that piece, man. It's a good piece.
I haven't seen that, but I want to watch that.
Yes, for
All right,
certain.
let's get a call in here before we go to break here and do some news. Let's get Jim calling from Chicago. Jim, what's up, man?
How are you guys? I just wanted to speculate a little bit on Tuesday's trial. I think it'll be the Super Bowl of impeachments. At least I hope it is. I hope the Democrats are very prepared. Just give a couple of minutes when you speculate historically. What do you think it'll be? Thank you very much.
Okay, appreciate that.
Thanks, Jim.
It'd be a farce.
Yeah.
It'd be a show, man. Listen, man, that's the other thing. I mean, the Dems subpoena this fool.
Yeah, and
subpoena him.
arrest
and
him
if he
behind.
don't respond, arrest his ass.
Arrest him. Period.
Man, let's play the game if we're going to play, man. Stop this little thing you're doing.
Kicking under the table. No. Go get his behind. Drag him in there. This is,
man.
like Eric said about boxing, kick his ass.
Tear him up, man.
Drag him in there.
Tear him up, man. Knock his teeth out, man.
Bump his head on the vestibule facing Tressa. You know that part that sticks up.
And nobody's going to care. I mean, this thing, I heard somebody say it might last a couple of weeks. I don't want to watch this for no couple of weeks.
No.
Look, man, the reason this thing came up is because they said he was dangerous. But the damn Democrats are cowards. If he's dangerous, impeach him and run him to the Senate right away.
Bingo.
But now you're messing around with it. Now it's just all show. Was he dangerous or not? Was he dangerous or not? Get rid of him if he's dangerous.
That's why they don't elect you and me, brother. Because
it's just a show.
Yeah, I would submit that even from the standpoint of the first impeachment, they waited too long. they should have been on his tail like white on rice when he first got there. The first thing he did, they should have been trying to do something, but they wait till the last year of his presidency to do the first one, and then now we're here at the second one at the very, very end.
That's just cowardly, man. Because it goes back to what we talk about here about the rules. What are the damn rules? Yeah. If he engages in an impeachable offense, then impeach him. Follow the process and get rid of him. If he's dangerous, impeach him and get rid of him.
Well, the problem was...
Right now, it's just a show.
The problem was, and this goes back to voting matters, they didn't have the Senate at either moment. I mean, the House impeached him, and but they didn't have the numbers to remove him.
But even then, I mean, that is political. I get that. But even then, if you're going to take a stance, take a stance.
Everybody line up, shut up, and let's get it done.
If you lose taking a stance, at least you took a stance.
Right. And the fear, and this is the thing that I'm like, oh, come on. They're listening to these people that say it's going to destroy, divide, cause problems with all this.
You don't want to upset the Klansmen.
Right. Who cares?
The Klansmen are already upset. If you do this, you're going to upset them some more.
So?
We can't have that.
So? Yeah, we want to. In fact, we do want to upset them some more. Bring it. Yeah.
But look at this woman that Tressa talked about in the news. She wants to take a damn vacation.
No, it's a retreat. Tressa.
And the judge said, "Oh, you paid for it already?
Oh, yeah.
No, we can't have you losing your money on a vacation.
We can't have your fragility.
We can't have that. Never mind the fact that you participated in an insurrection that might lock you up for 20+ years. Oh. Go ahead.
Tressa.
Enjoy yourself.
Tressa, so let's ask her, how much money did you spend getting your happy behind to Washington, D.C.? If you're concerned about losing your money on the retreat that you already paid for, how much money did you... Let me see the receipts.
The privilege here that's on display was just... It was so stinky and so funky. It just filled up the whole room with nothing but funk.
And I bet you organic food.
I bet
Tressa?
you wouldn't try that.
Yeah.
Bet you wouldn't try that.
Some organic food, please, for this other crazy food.
Can you see this? Hey, listen here, Detroit, man. I mean, Judge, listen, man. I got a trip planned to Mississippi. I need to. I've already paid for the bus ticket, man.
Yeah.
I got the bus ticket, and the bus leaving in an hour, man. I got to go, man. Can we delay this?
As a black man, you just committed 5 felonies. As a black man, you just committed 5 felonies. They gonna let you go on your bus ride in Mississippi?
No.
Wait.
No.
You know what?
Let alone out of the damn country.
You know what the prosecutors would say? The prosecutors would say, "Oh, this person's trying to evade justice," so they would lob on another one. Come on, y'all. This is where.
That's so offensive.
I'm sorry, Trey. Go ahead. Sorry, T.
I said, by the way, this was a Trump appointee.
Yep.
he was confirmed to the bench in 2017. His order cited her lack of a previous criminal record and says there's no evidence that she poses.
Oh, she's a good girl. She's a good girl.
Oh, she's my little niece.
She deserves a getaway. This is going to be hell for her. She deserves a getaway. Listen, I hope it's all inclusive. I hope you really enjoy yourself and come back refreshed.
That's right.
Hey, while you're at it,
have a couple
bring
Mai
the judge
Tais.
back a seashell.
Exactly. At least. Or a T-shirt.
Breonna Taylor had no previous record. Sandra Bland, whose birthday, she would have been 34 today.
Trayvon Martin would have been 26 last week.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It is just galling. It's what it is, man. Look, man, y'all gonna make me cuss, so we need to go to break, man.
Yeah, I know.
It's gonna mess around, slip out, and then somebody's gonna be buzzing something or pressing buttons and say, Eric, no, we ain't gonna do that, man.
Trust me, you don't see how Eric's moving in his chair here in the studio right now. Getting that itchy, scratchy.
I could imagine.
Look here, let me tell you something, Tressa. Get his ass. Beat his ass down, man.
You can't see his mouth, T. You can't see his mouth.
The number is, shut up. The number is 773-763-9278. Yeah. Stay tuned for more of the Family Meeting.
This is DeAndre Edwards, assistant coach of the West Inglewood Tigers. Keep listening to the Family Meeting.
Polaris is introducing a way for you to get empowering financial advice, save, and plan. If you are like a lot of people, you'd like to work with a financial planner, but don't know if you earn or have enough to invest. Save & Plan will allow us to work with nearly anyone from young professionals to retirees looking to travel the world. Save & Plan is simple. Just sign up to save on a systematic monthly basis directly from your account and gain access to a planner and our planning services. Once you sign up, Polaris gives you a customized financial plan, a real person to speak with, and information to help you make good financial decisions. Your dedicated planner is just an email or phone call away. Save & Plan offers empowering advice for everyone. Visit us at polarisadvice.com. Call us today at 312-951-2606 or email us at polarisadvice.com. That's 312-951-2606 or email us at polarisadvice.com. Save & Plan, empowering advice for everyone. Securities, insurance, and advisory services offered through FSC Securities Corporation. Member FINRA. SIPC. Insurance services offered through Polaris Insurance Agency, Inc., which is not affiliated with FSC Securities Corporation.
Hey Chicago, are you always on the go? Take the new Shy 311 app with you to find the information that you need, submit non-emergency city service requests, and much more. Download the new Shy 311 app, built with Chicagoans for Chicagoans. That's Shy 311 on the App Store or Google Play, or check it out online at 311.chicago.gov. Stay informed with Shy 311. It's your gateway to Chicago services.
Hi, my name is Audra Wilson, and I'm the President and CEO of the Shriver Center on Poverty Law. You can visit us at www.povertylaw.org. Hey, cousins. Now it's time for the Family Meeting News.
I'm calling for a boycott of Bank of America after a report that the bank handed over the account information of hundreds of innocent people. I don't know about all of that. In connection with the January 6th deadly riots at the Capitol. Federal investigators reportedly asked Bank of America for information on customers who made debit or credit card purchases in D.C., reserved hotels, and Airbnbs in and around the Capitol. Some that may have patronized weapons stores and made airline reservations within the time frame surrounding the attacks. I hope they find all of them. And finally, Senator Joe Manchin. What can I say about him? Senator Joe Manchin could hold the balance of power in 2021. And guess what, y'all? He will use it. That's why Vice President Kamala Harris's West Virginia media appearances last week, in which she tried to sell the Biden administration's COVID-19 stimulus plan, didn't go over well with the red state's longtime Democratic senator. Manchin, whose moderate vote is enough to taint President Joe Biden's agenda in the Senate, split 50-50, cited the administration for not at least giving him a heads up on the interviews, contending that's not a way of working together. While Manchin and the White House have since made up, this step with the powerful swing senator exemplifies how politically attuned the administration has to be to push through its legislation in a narrowly divided Senate with moderate pockets on both sides. Visit our website, tfmradioshow.com, and for all of you that watch us live, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for notifications, archived audio and video of the broadcast, as well as our music playlist. Be sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at TFM Radio Show, and on Instagram, The Family Meeting. And please, family, don't forget to show us some love by becoming a patron of the show. Send a message to The Family Meeting on Facebook or email us at info@tfmradioshow.com. The news today was brought to you by Identity Guard. Each year, millions of Americans fall victim to identity theft. But you can protect yourself by visiting lookaftermyid.com. Sign up for as little as $6 per month. That's lookaftermyid.com. Do it now. This has been your Family Meeting News. I am Teresa McDonald. Eric Richards and myself will be right back with more of the Family Meeting.
This is Chicago's Progressive Talk, 820 AM, WCPT Willow Springs, and online at WCPT820.com, where facts matter.
You probably have a lot of questions about opportunities to save on your electricity bill by going solar.
Well, here's your chance to get your questions answered. Call Tracy today at 708-261-6290 or visit her website at www.solarsaves.pro for a no-obligation discussion about your opportunity to save your electricity bill by going solar. You'll also learn about the 26% federal tax credit and the Illinois Solar Renewable Energy Credit that could save you as much as 1/3 of the cost to convert. Call Tracy today at 708-261-6290 and be sure to visit her website www.solarsaves.pro. That's www.solarsaves.pro or call her at 708-261-6290.
This is Gene Marlowe with PopulousPanivio.com, the People's Choice Car Service. Welcome back to the family meeting.
Hey, you want to get funky with me?
Just a little bit.
Oh, you nasty, Richard.
What you mean,
get funky
girl?
with Eric?
Yeah.
Hey.
Wait a minute. Trust it. He asked the question.
Okay, let's just move on. Let's just move on. Nope. We ain't finna touch that, man. Nope.
See, you can't. There's nothing you can say.
So
You
that's
said
what I'm
stop.
gonna do. I'm gonna get on the phones because y'all crazy. I know.
Stop.
Nope.
Stop.
Don't.
Stop.
Can't touch this.
Don't say nothing. Stop.
Okay, I'll stop.
See, that's why you in Mississippi and we ain't.
Hey, that's why it's almost 70 degrees down here, and it ain't there.
It's almost -70 here. All right.
So we got some numbers too.
Saying.
Yeah, y'all do.
Woke up this morning, it wasn't no degrees on my phone. No degrees. Somebody took all the damn degrees.
Hey, Trust, I had to tap my phone 3 times and go, wake up. What's wrong with you? I'll give you a short.
They out there carjacking in Chicago. Now they still in degrees.
Yeah. Gee.
Let's get Eduardo in here. Eduardo, what's up, man?
Yeah, well, hey, you guys can't forget to mention Purple Rain Devin Hester, 2007. That was the best Super Bowl.
Well, yeah, except the Bears lost, but yeah, Devin Hester put it down that first play of the game. He put it down, didn't he?
He did. I got everybody woke.
Yep.
Yeah. Then they went in, then they messed around and lost.
Yeah.
I still wear my Devin Hester jersey.
Devin Hester was the truth, man.
Yeah, he was.
He had a technique too. If you watch him, he had a technique.
Yeah.
He run sideways.
Yeah.
And he lull everybody one direction, and then he'd drop step and hit upfield.
Yes, he would.
He'd find a crease.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
I bet the guy that would kick to him would have to take the would have to walk back to the hotel as a punishment for kicking to him.
That's like letting Michael Jordan get the ball. You just you know
what did you say earlier? Did your pop used to say? Yeah, everybody
in the gym needs to know it's a problem if he got the ball.
Let me talk quickly here because I know you guys got a bunch of calls, but I saw this sad story in the business section of the Trib. This Haitian lady working at the Swiss Hotel, they told her she had to reapply for the position. Obviously, she doesn't have insurance now. So I think that's pretty ridiculous that they're doing that.
Oh, what hotel is this?
Swiss Hotel.
The Swiss Hotel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a tactic. So what it does is it changes your tenure for benefits.
Yeah.
And it changes all your other items that you get weighed on when it comes to credit, when it comes to,
Which is, by the way, you eliminate that problem if you have universal health care.
There it is. Yeah, absolutely. And it changes all those pieces for your caption is insurance rates for minorities. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, man.
It throws all that stuff off.
Thanks for bringing that up, Eduardo. We
Thanks,
appreciate
Eduardo.
it.
Yeah, man.
Okay, guys.
Have a great week.
Have a good week.
You too. Let's get Dan calling from Lombard. Dan, what's up, man?
Well, you guys are talking about reparations. Reparations now, I just looked at the potential bill for that. It's going to be brutal, but we find ways to build another aircraft carrier. We find ways to put another unit in the field. We find ways to, build a stadium on the people's back. The economic violence that has been done in this country has got to stop, and I think the only way to make it stop is to pay back what we owe. And that being said, like I said, it's a big paycheck. It's a big number, but that's not the point.
Okay. Well, I agree with you. Listen. I agree with you. I would caution you on using the word brutal because the reason that it's owed is because of brutality. The other thing is that I'd love to see us start moving away from the benevolent reasons, doing it because it's the right thing. Do it because it's an economic boom. If you drop that much money in the black community, you invite a whole segment of the population to participate in the economy in a meaningful way.
That's point two. You now take away the redlining, the being forced to pay the poverty tax, living in neighborhoods where the jobs are dealing drugs, all of the things that poverty brings. Poverty is a social disease, and we know the cure. We also know what the reasons are. It is inequality designed from brutal capitalism. You're right, I said maybe brutal. It's expensive, but you know what? When you put off a bill, it just keeps getting bigger. And my take on it is, if it takes a decade or a generation to pay, then let's do that. Because with a guaranteed basic income, or more than that, you are exactly going to change the economic. It's going to create jobs. I have a business. I want people to have money so they can spend it with me. And, that's a little bit of self-interest, but
not at all.
One, it's the right thing to do. Two, it's good public policy.
Yep.
Bringing the homeless off the street isn't just the Christian thing to do, and it is. That alone is the reason to do it. But getting the homeless off the street keeps the cops from spending their time with that problem, with the wreckage of the humanity that is involved in that, the mental illness, the picking up, the dead bodies from the weather that we're having. It simply saves society money. And so getting reparations done is, one, the just thing to do, the right thing to do. And two, it is good public and economic policy. The place that we forget, we want to have a strong defense. How about we take and make a strong offense by having a strong national economy that works for people and not corporations? Like Bezos is retiring. The poor guy, I hope he can buy about what they're going to give him. Right. And Bill Gates is doing some of the right things, but he gets to decide where the money goes. And he made that money on the backs of all of us.
Infrastructure of the country.
We had to buy into that thing. We had to buy into that thing that was the computer. And that's a good thing. The computers have saved a ton of human resources in terms of being able to do things faster, but it also took jobs away from folks. And so that's what I'm saying is reparations is good public policy. Helping the poor is good. They talk about, if Johnson hadn't been, a warmonger or duped into that or whatever happened, we'd be talking about the Great Society and how it cut poverty in half. I mean, the man was a racist, but he knew we got to pass this. He knew it was good public policy, or maybe good for him as a politician, doesn't matter. To pass this the Voting Rights Act. And so all of these things have multifaceted reasons for being done. I debated a basic annual income in 1972, and all of the arguments are the same damn arguments. it'll de-incentivize people from working. No, it's going to give them options. They can open a business. They can put the kids through college so they can earn more money so they can pay more taxes. I'm all good with all of that. Yeah. But it's got to be a fair play. You know, Tom Hartman says, would you want to watch this football game without any rules? No, and we don't want an economy without any rules. Right. It's just that, speaking of rules in football, you know, you knock down Tom Brady about 4 or 5 times, he's like Wonder Bread. He'd be all squished and useless. You've seen it. He gets 2 or 3 hard sacks.
I've been saying it, Dan, for years.
He's fragile emotionally, and so because he's a cheater, and you know, and the guy took PPP money, and he's a multimillionaire.
Yeah.
Shall I go on? I'm watching Brady lose.
Ah, okay. I know who you're rooting for.
Oh, absolutely. Plus, all that kid's talented, man.
Oh, he's fun to watch too. Isn't he fun to watch?
Absolutely. So my point is, I'll tell you how big of sports. I can't conjure his name for the life of me right now.
Who, Patrick Mahomes?
You know, Patrick Mahomes. So yeah. So my wife just helped me out. She's more of a sports fan than I am. Sports ball, man.
What's your wife's name?
You know, my sports is Deanne.
Deanne, hey girl, how you doing?
Score one for Deanne.
Yeah, so bottom line is, you knock that fool down a few times, he'll just start spending his whole time worrying about his owies.
Yeah, that's right.
Be like, well, you can't knock me down. I'm Tom Brady.
Listen to Trevor.
Plus, he's old too, man. Yeah, he's old too, man. Them blows count, man.
I got to tell you, when he wakes up tomorrow, if they knock him down a couple good times, and you know what? That sounds a little. I don't even like saying it. I won't want. You know what? You know what the average life expectancy of a football player is, NFL professional?
No, I don't.
58.
Wow.
You know why? All of that trajectory, all of that collision, all of that, it leads to pain and eventually drug addiction and death by a 58. When I heard it, it blew my mind. I'm a 62-year-old fat white guy with arthritis, and I got a better chance of making it to 70 than they do.
Wow.
I mean, honestly, no.
Yeah, because they're involved in many car accidents every game.
That's right. That's right.
And who, and then I'm watching the pregame and I'm looking, going, awful lot of not white people playing the football. A lot of people of color. And, you know, we talked about shut up and dribble. Hey, you know what? Shut up and be thankful that those people put their bodies on the line for you to watch.
For your
I've taken way too much time, but reparations and knock Brady down a bunch of times.
That's right.
What I'm about right now.
Enjoy the game, Dan. Appreciate you, man.
Thanks for calling in.
You too. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That's a good point. Hey, listen, I got to tell you this story too. I was in court this week, and I'm going to tell you where I was. I was in Chicago Heights.
Okay. Oh, Lord.
I had a property there and got fined for something, so I had to go to court because I didn't want to pay the fine. And this was court at night. This was like 6:30 p.m. I had to be there.
Okay.
First off, it was cold. They lined everybody up outside.
Come on. Outside?
Outside. It was cold, and they would let you in one by one, and then they spread you out in the courtroom.
Yeah.
Right? And these people, I don't know anybody's wherewithal, but my bet is that most of these people were not well off, if not poor. And I watched the 4 or 5 people before me go up to the judge, and the judge just said, pay the fine. It was like they were just collecting money.
Yeah.
They just, they weren't even hearing the circumstances.
Cash machine.
One lady she was pulled over, or she's pulled over for not wearing a seatbelt. And she told the judge, well, I had my seatbelt on. And the judge said, well, the police officer said you didn't. Well, she said he wasn't in the car with me. How would he know?
Does he have a video showing it?
And the judge said, well, you know, the police officer, I believe him.
Jesus.
Why would you believe somebody that wasn't in the car?
Yeah.
And she just said, listen, man, I can't help you. You got to pay the fine. They were just collecting money.
Yeah.
So I went up there and I gave him my document and told her, I'm not paying no fine.
Yep.
No, this is my document here. I've had this. This is done. It's all taken care of. And she saw the look in my eye and she said, okay, you're fine. And let me go.
Yeah. Well, but you know, this goes back to...
Because I think she thought I was going to climb over that damn bench and get her.
Probably. But this takes to the whole conversation, what Dan was saying and what we've been saying.
Wasn't no white people in here either, by the way. These were Hispanic and black people. All of them.
Yeah, sure. So try this on for a second. The conversation about reparations gets all into this expanse of what people would then be able to do. So it's my submission that the reason that it hasn't become policy is because of the things that it will empower people to do. And that it's not a business case, that they don't want to even hear the business case because the folks are not really interested in rising tide.
I don't believe. Let me tell you why I don't believe that. Because this community, the larger community, spends a lot of time trying to make sure that we spend all our money with them. Give it a great example. Y'all know this from being in Chicago, and it's probably the case anywhere there's a pro sports team. When they invite the pro athlete to come to town. Mm-hmm. They don't say, "Hey, man, listen.
Let's show you where
all the white folks live, and you live here too."
Right.
So you can spend all the money we've given you with us,
rather than here's a neighborhood that you can get a better deal. All these other factors.
Right.
They don't. No.
Get some soul food. You got a barbershop down the street.
Boom. Yeah.
They don't do that.
You can start.
So all the athletes in Chicago live in the north suburbs.
Sure. North or western or DuPage County.
Right. And a few of them live downtown in high rises.
Yep. That's true.
Which is rare you find them over on the south side or the west side of Chicago.
Very rare.
Right. And you could argue, okay, well, the west side, the south side doesn't have good housing stuff. Yeah. Actually, it does.
Yes, it does.
It does.
And just as much, I'm not going to get off point, but yes, you're right, Eric. And Tressa, here's the thing that I was trying to say about
that's the economic argument.
Without a doubt. But Eric, at the same time, though, yeah, you're right. It would expand, but that's the empowerment part is what I believe prevents it from being policy, because to Dan's point, if that were policy, then more black folks, people of color, etc., would be in the game.
Right.
I don't think that the powers that be want to see people in the game.
That's right. So I see Pam, Adrian. I think this is Chris. Is that Chris, Devin? That's Chris, right? Is that Chris you see on the line here?
On line 5.
Okay, Chris. Okay, good. I see you, Chris.
Cool.
And of course, Tommy's waiting too.
Tommy
can't be waiting long.
No,
can't do that.
No, breaking windows.
Don't do that. Don't.
Right, we'll be quiet when we get back.
That's right. All right. I hope y'all got the game on, but the sound down. Stay tuned for more of the family meeting.
This is attorney Gina Smith of Jami Law, JAMII Law.com. Keep listening to the family meeting.
A single K plan is a 401k plan designed especially for business owners and immediate family, regardless if they are incorporated or not. Single Ks offer both employer and employee contributions and in many cases have no setup fee or annual plan administrative charges. Single Ks are simple to administer with no government reporting required. Most importantly, this plan allows employees to access their savings via hardship withdrawals or loans. Visit our website at polarisadvice.com or call us about your business or organization's retirement plan at 312-951-2606 or email us at polaris@polarisadvice.com. That's 312-951-2606 or email us at polaris@polarisadvice.com. Polaris provides empowering advice for everyone.
Securities offered through Lion Street Financial LLC, member FINRA, and SIPC. Investment advisor services offered through Lion Street Advisors LLC, registered investment advisors. Polaris Wealth Management and Lion Street Financial are not affiliated.
Hey, family meeting cousins. We all know that 2020 has been quite a year. COVID-19, the economy, financial markets, and the election have impacted our sponsors and advertisers across the board. We thought rather than being solely dependent on sponsors and advertisers to maintain our show, we create a Patreon family meeting subscription and membership page. The family meeting knows you appreciate what we offer weekly, from our stop by and pull a seat dialogue, to our red hot music playlist, to our great guests, politicians, authors, small business minds, and the like. It is with that knowledge that we ask you to support the family meeting and become a cousin and a monthly subscriber to our show using our Patreon page. You can contribute as little as $5 per month to keep the family meeting a viable voice here on WCPT, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. Your monthly support will also help us expand our reach to touch more people across the progressive conversation. To become a Patreon subscriber, go to our website, thefamilymeeting.com, and click on the link. Simple and sweet. Thanks, cousins. We look forward to keeping this party going.
A 2016 study estimated that 13.1 million Americans were victims of identity theft last year. Fight back against your identity being stolen by signing up for Identity Guard. Identity Guard monitors your credit and identity information with alerts that can help you respond quickly if certain changes indicating fraudulent activity are detected, as well as help protect your computer from viruses, keylogging, and other serious threats. Plus, with Identity Guard's dynamic credit management resources and tools, you will have helpful information as you make better financial and credit decisions. Identity Guard includes $1 million identity theft insurance and lost wallet protection, and more if you ever do become a victim. Protect your ID for as little as $6 per month. Yes, that's only $6 per month by visiting lookaftermyid.com. That's lookaftermyid.com to securely sign up for Identity Guard today.
Back to life, back to reality, back to life, back to reality, back to life, back to reality, back to the here and now, yeah. Show me how to decide what you want from me. Tell me maybe I could be there for you.
This is Dr. Frank Balk from Health on Earth Wellness Center. Our website is www.healthonearth.org. Welcome back to the Family Meeting Show.
Yeah, y'all. So, hey, man, I'm sure some of you guys are looking at the football championship game on television now. Are my eyes deceiving me, or are there lots and lots of people in that stadium? I mean, like in both tiers.
Is it an open air stadium, or is it?
It
dome?
is. It's an open air. There seemed like an awful lot of people there. I see maybe a meek attempt at creating social distance or putting space in between the participants in the stands, but that's a lot of people. Now, I understand that they had invited a lot of the healthcare workers who'd been vaccinated, and that's cool. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, we can argue all night about the vaccine and its effectiveness and if that's going to work. But that just seems like that's the wrong thing to do. It feels like that. And I'm willing to be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Well, first of all, this goes back to personal responsibility. You know, if these people go to, it's just a doggone football game. At the end of the day,
you people just cannot be inconvenienced.
It's
not for a minute. You gotta
be there. No, this is crazy.
All right. Well, let's just hope they don't die.
If they get sick, we shouldn't use. I said this earlier. I said this last year a number of times. These people get sick for being irresponsible. We shouldn't spend treasure on them. I'm sorry.
Go home and cough into your own whatever, man.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get drunk ass Adrian in here. What's up, man?
Hey, what's up, fam?
You, man. What's happening? You missed Tressa, man. She had to drop off.
My heart's broken.
She can hear you.
Yeah. She still listens. She just had to go
Well,
a little
that's
bit.
good.
Yeah.
Hey, so I had to write a couple things down because I'm on an empty stomach and a full tank. Because it's Sunday and the family meeting's on. You know what I'm doing.
Chill, drunk ass.
So, empty stomach, full tank. But let's move on. So I just had a couple of things I wanted to say before getting to what it is I wanted to say. So I'm seeing all these people on, social media just losing their collective stuff about Biden's executive orders, and they're asking, well, what has he done for the country? And I'm like, he bounced Trump. But anyway,
Thank you for that.
Trump, that's what he did. So, but I just want to let everybody know, if they weren't aware, that every time the Biden administration pisses off a conservative, a libtard gets their way.
There you go.
And the other and the other thing that I wanted to touch on was this doggone lame Space Force. Because if the Space Force was doing their job adequately, they would have shut them Jewish space lasers down. So that's another catastrophe of the Trump administration. A lame Space Force. Pew, pew, pew. Pew, pew. All right. On the serious matters. Listen, I am loving, well, it's serious, but look, Smartmatic, the voting machine, they're some greedy bastards. And I'll tell you why. Dominion saw fit to sue these idiots lying about the election for $1.7 billion.
No, $2.8 billion.
Smartmatic came. No, Dominion was $1.7 billion. Smartmatic came behind them, was like, I'll see your 1.7 and I'll raise you $1 billion.
Oh, that's right.
For $2.7 billion.
That's right.
And these cats are folding like hell.
Yeah.
They are so sorry that they hitched their wagon to that idiot and this nonsense. Giuliani was like, no, Biden's president. Trust me, he's president. And oh, my goodness. And it's just really interesting now. I mean, the MyPillow guy was on, what was it, on the Newsmax channel and started spewing that craziness. And one of the doggone hosts on the Newsmax show was like, I'm out. I can't take
Gotta
it
go.
no
Gotta
more.
go. Gotta
You're
go.
going to get us sued again. We just got done putting out a mea culpa about this. You're going to get us sued again. And that dude, he was begging producers. This dude went back to, what was that show? Remember the Turtle and the Wizard? And the dude was like, help, Mr. Wizard. I don't want to be a broadcaster anymore. And dude was like, out.
He got up and left because he didn't want to get sued.
No, he didn't.
He didn't want to get sued. He didn't want no part of that nonsense. And this is the power of money.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Hit him financially and they'll change.
Fiscally and fiscally.
Because you know what we say? Money talks and that BS walks.
That's right.
That's the power of money.
That's right, man.
So that's all I wanted to say. Just wanted to get it in and wish everybody a happy Super Bowl Sunday.
All right, man. Enjoy the game, man.
Stay safe, Adrian.
All right, take it easy.
All right. Let's get Pam here calling from Chicago. Pam, what's up, girl?
Hello. Just listening to the conversation, and certainly by the time you get to me, there are so many topics I want to cover, but I know I can't.
No. Hold on, Pam. The floor is yours. Have at it.
Yep.
Thank you. First, let me say regarding just a Black History Month, we have so much to celebrate, our brilliance and certainly what we have endured. But I don't know if you all feel this way. A lot of pain comes with it as well, because there's a lot of course, the lives lost, just the history, but the unrealized potential for all those who made it. We know those who didn't make it and those who couldn't reach their dreams because of the hatred and the racism. And so, you have mixed emotions, and we certainly know we have to honor what wasn't accomplished, and we have to try to carry it forward to accomplish the dreams. I just wanted to say that. As it relates to Biden and Harris and this whole political scene and the American Rescue Package, we needed that $15 an hour. I don't think that was asking too much. And I really think Biden and Harris should have kept that in. I understand the part about negotiation, but 2/3 of America, if not more, wants that package, and they wanted the $15 an hour. Now, I have to suspect that the lobbyists on that, of course, the corporations, were opposed to it because they just want you to work at slave wages. And I think it's been, guys, and you correct me, it's been, what did they say, 2017? Since it's been increased. It's $7.25 now, and it hasn't been increased since, was it 2017 or 2007? I have to go back and check.
Yeah, that's a good question.
But I know it's been a long time, and the increase certainly hasn't met the cost of living increase. And lastly, I'll say this. For me, the Republican Party is a political arm of these hate groups. And so as much as I want a multi-party system, the Republican Party under Trump is not it. It is not it at all. So I'm asking Joe Biden to fight for the people. I'm asking us to keep the pressure on. We need to call, email, write, whatever you need to do to contact our representatives, because I'm certainly doing that, and I'm not asking anyone to do anything that I'm not willing to do. And I've had some conversations with some of the staff, so they know very strongly how I feel on these issues. And I wanted to ask you guys, you remember when they gave the wealthy the 18% tax cut?
2017.
I don't recall the Republican Party asking, well, let's make sure it's targeted towards those who need it. So they were just willing to give the tax cuts across the board, no matter whom it helped and no matter how wealthy. Well, we know in the black culture, six-figure income families, guys, you know what? We're helping our struggling relatives make it. So when you talk about a $1,400 check going to somebody making $150,000, that's nothing. Because I can guarantee you that person is probably taking care of 2 or 3 other families within their own family structure. So they don't understand how black culture works and what we do with our money and how much of our money we give back to the community to help build it up.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saying $1,400, let everyone have it. And for those Republicans, then tell your constituents they can't get it. And you target them so they don't receive it.
Mm-hmm.
But leave the money alone and give it to the people who absolutely need it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Good point. Good point. I hope the Dems don't fold and do what we know they should do. But the reality is they are professional folders. They're paper airplanes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just asking that we push them and keep the pressure on.
Well, see, here's the thing, though, Pam. Here's the thing.
Sure.
There has to be consequences if they fold.
Yes.
That's the thing we got to get ready for. And the consequence has to be they get primaried.
Yeah.
Because that's what drives Republicans to do what they do. They're afraid of getting primaried. Dems aren't that afraid of being primaried. So if Biden doesn't do it, we need to push another candidate to run for president.
I've got no problem with that because I'm not in love with Biden. It's not a love affair. It's a you do what you need to do to help me keep you in office. His executive orders, I want us all to pay close attention to those. But immediately, he has opened up enrollment again for the Affordable Care Act. You recall Donald Trump and his lawless administration, they cut it. So the executive order has opened up the Affordable Care Act enrollment period again. So those young people, everyone, please opt for it if that's something you need, and that's on healthcare.gov. And I think that's going to start February the 15th, but please just double check.
Yeah.
That we can make sure that everybody takes advantage of that. And thank you all. I love the show. And I will become a patron, yes.
Thank you. We love you back, too. And thanks for being informed and informing us. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Pam. Stay safe and warm.
Okay. That's Pam.
Pam is always on. She always comes in with questions, but she always comes in with a little bit of research.
It's got, it's a wealth of information.
She spends time in the library.
We're smart listeners. It's almost game time, too, by the way.
Pam's got an active library card, E.
Like book reading kind of a
that's the kind of lady she is. She probably Googles stuff. She got a library card.
All that book learning and stuff.
Yeah, man.
All that book learning. Let me get Kristen here. Chris, how you doing, man?
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Good, man.
What's going on?
Hey, I know I don't have a lot of time, but I just want to get a point across, something that we can discuss next week, hopefully. The movie coming out with Judas and the Black Messiah about Fred Hampton's assassination. I just want to tie that in, exactly, Pam just gave me the springboard for this, the cost of not having a leader around, before his time, was fully formed. Not only that, but then also what Truss has brought up in the past about the economic cost of prejudice and discrimination then too, specifically in Chicago, and I'll call back next week after you guys get a chance to watch the movie and everything. But just specifically, go back to the time when Fred was assassinated. That was in '69. That was right after they had the West Side riots after King was assassinated. And he was there, organizing and putting that community back together again. And then he gets assassinated. So what would have happened if he would have been allowed to live and that, and brought to full fruition on his life and his goals and everything like that. So I just want you guys, hopefully we can talk about that next week. I know you got Tommy waiting by, so I don't want any bricks through my window.
Yeah, you don't want to do that, man.
Then we can talk, all right?
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
You guys have a great one, okay?
You too, man. I tell you,
Chris is always, we do have some smart. Chris is always on point too.
Yeah, I tell you what though, man, the movie, the story of Fred Hampton, that's just a horror movie.
It is
to watch. You don't do anything except get pissed off after having seen that movie.
Well, the challenge too, Eric, is that there's right now during Black History Month. There's so much that's going on, and I want to stay on point without getting frazzled about this. It's frustrating, it's angering for us to see a movie like that because we know the story.
We know what happens. We know how it ends.
But too many white Americans don't even know the story, aware of it.
I would go even further back. I mean, you talk about the lost dreams of Fred Hampton. The Black Panther Party is its impetus was the movement of of Malcolm X.
That's it.
It was them trying to emulate what Malcolm X was trying to espouse,
which was taking care of kids and families and making sure folks could eat.
And so, if you're gonna contemplate, the greatness, the potential greatness of Fred Hampton, imagine if Malcolm X, who was killed at age 39 in 1965, February. Imagine if he'd lived.
Yeah.
I mean, he'd be 90-something now.
But it's the bandwidth of things that he would have done in those very strong years.
Yeah, exactly. There's a whole lot of that what ifs. In fact, if I'm ever asked the question, who do you wish you would have had a chance to talk to, dead or alive?
Yeah.
It is the brother minister. It is definitely him.
Me too. And especially after he came back from Mecca.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
He was just getting started, man.
Yeah, he was.
Just getting started.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Tommy's next. Stay tuned for more of the Family Meeting.
Hi, my name is Gina Davis Morales. I'm with Save Our Southland, and keep listening to the Family Meeting.
Say something good to you.
A 2016 study estimates that 13.1 million Americans were victims of identity theft that year. Fight back against identity theft by signing up for Identity Guard. Identity Guard monitors your credit and identity information with alerts that can help you respond quickly if certain changes indicating fraudulent activity are detected, as well as help protect your computer from viruses, keylogging, and other serious threats. Plus, with Identity Guard's dynamic credit management resources and tools, you will have helpful information as you make better financial and credit decisions. Identity Guard includes $1 million identity theft insurance and lost wallet protection, and more if you ever do become a victim. Protect your ID by visiting lookaftermyid.com. That's lookaftermyid.com to securely sign up for Identity Guard today.
A health issue that's not getting better. It may be time you visited Health on Earth Wellness Centers. With over 20 years experience, 4 Chicagoland locations, and patients that range from 2 months old to 93, Health on Earth Wellness Centers are fully prepared to meet all your chiropractic needs. We have state-of-the-art facilities in Crestwood, Tinley Park, the South Loop, and Naperville. Don't let being healthy be your last resort. Make it your first choice. Make an appointment today at healthonearth.org. That's healthonearth.org.
Yo, listen,
I met this girl on Baltic Avenue.
This is David Seaton. Welcome back to the Family Meeting.
Yeah, y'all. So, I've been debating whether I even want to watch Judah and the Black Messiah.
Me too.
Because it ain't nothing short of a horror movie for me.
Yeah.
I don't want to contemplate it. But I can tell you, I watched, I think it's Malcolm and Marie last night on Netflix.
Yeah.
It's got John David Washington, Denzel's son.
Oh, yeah.
It's all in black and white.
Yeah. I got a hit on that on Instagram, of all places, today.
Yeah. First off, I love the theater, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't get anywhere near, I don't get a chance to go to the theater at all. Used to love to go to the theater all the time.
Really?
Yeah, I was a subscriber to ETA Theater. I was a member of the board at Congo Square Theater.
Oh, that's right. You did tell me that. Okay. Sorry about that, E.
Went to the theater. I went to Broadway often. When I lived in New York especially, I went to Broadway and saw a play. Sweet Charity, when Debbie Allen was in Sweet Charity. I watched that.
Yep.
My wife and I and some friends, we went to New York to watch Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
Oh, yeah.
When Whoopi Goldberg played Ma Rainey.
Yeah. I'm jealous.
Yeah, and I swear I haven't been to the theater in years, and I hate that I just don't have the time anymore to do that. But that aside, this movie, Malcolm and Marie, say what you want to about the award-winning capability of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought it was really well done.
Okay.
It was all in black and white, which created a mood. And John David Washington is the new Denzel Washington. He's taken after his daddy.
He did. He definitely has.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he definitely has.
Yeah, crazy.
He definitely has.
And so back to my original point at the beginning of the broadcast, when I'm thumbing through Netflix looking for something, if I don't see a black character,
yeah. I
ain't trying to see no white shows, man.
I got to tell you.
I ain't interested.
I got to tell you. That's I'm
racist, right?
No. So we wow, he really touches the nerve on that one with me, because I have passed up so much stuff, and I like a lot of, me, I'm your nerdy cousin that's got a strange bandwidth of stuff that I listen to and watch. However, that bandwidth has been in flux, and it's narrowed back down again, because in the last 4 years, I have definitely said, no, I don't want to watch that. I don't need to see yet another privileged white family or white storyline be jammed in my face. And where are the black people in existence? I never could watch Friends.
There wasn't no black people.
And for me to be listen, Eric, how could you call yourself a progressive person and watch Friends?
Well, see, I wouldn't go that far, though. I hear you. But I wouldn't subject.
It's in New York.
Yeah, but I wouldn't. Like, Seinfeld's the same way. There's no black people in Seinfeld. But you have to be a black person to know, were we even on Earth then?
Yeah.
Look at the Flintstones and the Jetsons.
Yeah.
So as a youngster,
we can go, because we talked about what we watched, the stuff that we watched growing up.
Right.
Yeah.
As a youngster, I watched the Jetsons and the Flintstones and enjoyed it. But as I grew older, and more started to realize, are we eliminated from Earth when the Jetsons come? In space age, are we done?
Right.
What happened? And so if you're white, you always see white people on TV. So it's just normal for you.
Representation.
And you don't think about the fact that I don't see any black people. Like, there's no black people on Earth.
Yeah,
what happened to them?
And one of the things that this was rubbed for a while for me is the word, we went from certain language to diversity. And diversity, I'm not one to use that word, because I don't really care about diversity. What I care about is seeing more black people in the mix.
Yeah, but because it feeds me. It feeds me. Like when the Cosby Show came on, that fed me.
Yep.
It gave me, like they say, you can't be what you can't see. And it gave me something to see. I'd seen a lot to that point already, but to see that added more to that. When you don't see it, you have a difficult time conceiving of yourself existing in various situations.
That's why Black Panther meant so much to so many people.
Look at the NFL. There were white quarterbacks so long, you couldn't even see the fact that there'd be a black quarterback. It didn't make sense.
When Doug Williams, all the threats that he got when he won the Super Bowl with the Redskins.
Yeah. But think about the state of your head to that point.
They go.
First off, the fact that it's amazing
that we have to acknowledge the first and then black to do X.
Right.
And
but my sensibilities were such that I can't even conceive of a black quarterback. I can't even conceive of a black president.
Well, that's why on any form of social media, when I've seen somebody point out XYZ as the first black to do XYZ, whatever it may be on any form of social media, and particularly on LinkedIn, when someone says that, when someone states that fact and presents the information about that person's accomplishment, and then in the feed and the comments, someone makes a statement, why does it have to be that, the first black person this, the first black person that? I love to see that. I love it when that person gets dragged because of what we're saying here. The reason that we even have this statement or label in the first place is because you, as a white person, male or female, never had to think about the first white person to do X, Y, Z.
Yeah, you can only be what you can see, right?
Yeah.
Let's see what's on my man Tom's mind, shall we?
Yep.
Tom, what's up, baby?
Hey, well, let me just say hey to both of you, Richard and Eric, and well wishes to Tressa and to all those that are listening. But, I continue to ask a question of you guys of what is the point? I mean, you talk as if black people had an opportunity in this experiment called America. They did not. I mean, just a chronicle of World War II. They took 12 individuals. Did they represent the Native Americans who were cold talkers during the campaign against the Japanese? Did they chronicleize the black soldiers who served in every branch of the armed services? Did they do any of this? Absolutely not. You can go back even farther. Go back to the 20s. Go back to whatever you want to call as a production of America, and understand that even at that point, that blacks were not allowed. And then it's disheartening to have the conversation because you act like white people don't know this. People keep acting like all of a sudden you got to tell a white person about the plight of a black person in America. And then what's worse is when white people won't even accept the narrative that the people that was feeding them all of this hellacious, hypocritical nonsense never even had their best interest at heart. Otherwise, we would not be sitting here talking today about this so-called impeachment, because the only question that an individual would have to ask is one: did the President of the United States of America take an oath to defend the sovereignty of the United States of America against foreign and domestic terrorism? And if he did this, what was he doing on January the 6th? That even the Vice President of the United States of America was in danger. There's nothing to talk about. Why are we continuing to talk this narrative and this nonsense about getting along with Republicans or bipartisan legislation and stuff? And for 10 years, the Republican Party did exactly whatever they wanted. They didn't ask no permission. They didn't ask. So why are we asking permission now to simply go and try to straighten out the country? I.e., listen to what I'm saying, straighten out the country. If we were to give just the basic cost of living wage, which was afforded to America before they started all of this outsourcing of the jobs, the minimum wage would be more than $15. I am telling you that there is something wrong with you if you're at home waiting for a stimulus check. Because all you ever had to do was sit back and listen and look that even when the Republicans was in office, they didn't want to give you nothing. So I want to just end with this. I think today's football game is monumental because it chronicles an individual that, if he wins, would have won more Super Bowls than any team in the NFL. And it also highlights the achievement of a young man who believed that he could be something. He believed that he could achieve something. He worked at it. He strived at it. And for the first 3 years of his ascension into the National Football League, the first year he's an MVP. The second, he misses the Super Bowl by one game the first year. The second year he wins the Super Bowl. The third year he's back in the Super Bowl again. So I am waiting anxiously to see this young man win, because I want him to win not because he's black, not because I hate Tom Brady, because I love him. Anybody, you're a fool if you got anything against Tom Brady, because the man's accolades speak for themselves. The reason why I want to see this young man win is because I want to see what America and what the sports world is going to say about a young black man who has now won the highest. Man, what are they going to say? Because where we're at right now is the implosion of what I said as I simply close. Rich people and poor people have nothing in common. And as I close, I just want you to remember this. We have been through a recession and in a pandemic. And those individuals up there in that Senate and the Congress have more houses, have more money, ain't worried about health care. They're not worried about nothing. And we got to sit up here and watch an individual hold an AK-47 and say they want to shoot and kill people that's in an elective office, and then we're going back and forth. Keep listening to the family meeting, y'all. You know what? Trust me, next week I'll be back breaking windows, but these last weeks, the absolute hypocrisy and the highlight of stupidity has just simply numbed me to the fact that I can't even pick up a brick. Goodbye.
Can't even pick up a brick. Wow.
That's our weekly contribution to your community safety, because if Tommy don't get it out here, he ain't going to take it out on your windows. Tom Brady went down. They got a sack on him already, and they hit him hard, too. They hit him hard.
I don't. I like what Tommy said about the how. Because remember when I said earlier, if KC were to win, how are they going to handle what's the conversation going to be about this ascension of Patrick Mahomes? Yeah, but I don't want to speculate, but we know the history. Tommy said some stuff that actually made me push back a little. Not push back on him, but push back on my own thought process. Yeah, I mean, we spend a lot of time on this conversation about, what's right, what should happen, what's the economic thing to do, et cetera. And at the end of the day, across the board, I would prefer right now that the Democratic leaders in Washington really just steamroll, just go heavy-handed. Because I forgot about I thought about it when he said it, 10 years, the past 10 years. He was exactly right. Mm-hmm. This is what the Democrats should be doing, be damned, to straighten out the country, pull out the bulldozer.
Unapologetically, because we know that economically the policies that they advocate for will help everybody.
Absolutely right.
The policies that Republicans have, not only has it not helped everybody, it's harmed the economy and other people.
And fostered the growth of people that didn't need it.
Man, a bunch of them walking around don't want to wear masks and complaining about the pandemic and it being a ruse and all that stuff. You got 500,000 people that get ready to die.
Yeah, and so this is the difference. And I wish that the Democrats could articulate this, and then sometimes I've heard a little bit of this from Biden and other folks. But listen, the stereotypical white guy that's struggling in the hills of Kentucky is going to be helped as much as a stereotypical black man on the south side of Chicago, west side of Chicago, East LA is going to be helped by these policies. They need to start articulating that as the primary part of this message.
That's right. That's right. And they don't. They succumb to the pressure of the PR machine, which is the right wing, who's under duress now because they're all getting sued.
And they don't say that.
For billions of dollars.
There's blood in the water, to use a phrase. I'm sorry.
Please.
I
know, please. So the game's on, so that means that the crowd thins out.
Yeah.
We probably got 4 or 5 people listening right now.
Yeah.
They're watching the game now.
Yeah, I know.
And it's cool.
Well, at least
cool, I'm watching the game too.
At least I sit in that damn stadium, that petri dish.
Man, I hope that there's a reasonable explanation, a medical explanation for the size of the crowd at that game. I hope that almost everybody there is vaccinated, if not everybody.
Yeah. Well, we hope, because wow. Just to have that many people in an arena like that, whether it's inside or outside, it's crazy.
I'm trying to catch a glimpse of them to see if they're wearing masks. And as I recall, I didn't see a lot of masks out there.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, I'm thanking the God and all the other whatevers for the common sense that I've been blessed with to not do.
Because look, man, if you get it now, it's your fault.
At this point, we're 11 months in.
You get it now, it's your fault. You made a mistake.
Yeah.
Purposely or otherwise, you made a mistake.
And on the off cases that you get it because of just circumstances where you were put in an environment where you had to do something to help somebody. If you get it there, that's a healthcare worker gets it. He or she is doing something to save people's lives. But
yeah, you can't blame nobody for that, man. That's your fault. You shouldn't have did what you did.
If you're regular, everyday John and Jane,
yeah, man. All right, y'all. So happy professional football championship game day. And I'm going to rush myself home and get the game. I got chicken waiting on me.
Oh, man.
Because me like some chicken, man.
And you like some chicken, man.
Me like some chicken. Thank you, Black Asian Dude.
Always, brother.
And for Tressa, thank you down in Mississippi for doing Mississippi stuff.
That's
Appreciate that. Tune into the family meeting every Sunday at 4. I'm your host, Eric Grant. Peace.
You're lovable, huggable. I love the cute mugging. As long as I'm